requested the schools, because schools have infrastructure. And infrastructure means that you have a classroom. You most likely have a sanitation block, because those are the important things. And chances are that every school has a place where you can cook. So we have set camps where there's infrastructure. So that when we buy mattresses and we buy blankets, which we have bought, we know that we can safely keep people in a school. And of course, in a school, you would expect that there's an infrastructure, there's a gate, there's a watchman. And of course, the women and the men can have a place where they can, what I call sanitation blocks. So those are the concepts, and that's why we mapped them in advance.
Okay.
I must say that after the Solai Dam tragedy, Senator, now Governor Sakaja, and I prepared what we call a disaster management bill, following the International Convention on Disasters and Reduction, what they call disaster reduction, we call it disaster management, that should prepare us for these things, that you have a multi-sectoral team, you have resources flowing, you have a place where these things are kept, so that immediately a disaster happens, people don't suffer the way you're seeing them suffering. Medicine is available, blankets are available, children can be catered for, because in one of the camps I have over 18 children who are below 5 years. And you can imagine the cold weather and everything else is something that is should bother us as a country. That we wait for a disaster, sit in a meeting, a committee is formed, you start planning, cabinet sits again, gets money before money starts flowing. Hundreds and hundreds of people have either suffered, have no food, have no home. I've seen the stories in Northeastern. I mean, it's unbelievable. And trust me, when the water recedes, you're going to have waterborne diseases following.
Right.
So as a country prepared that we are going to have waterborne diseases coming up, we prepared through the Ministry of Health so that we can start making sure that we treat people for waterborne diseases, mosquitoes will follow, and other things. So I see a country that is always unprepared to deal with any disaster, whether it is locusts, whether it is drought, whether it is floods. Our reactions are the same, which is extremely unfortunate. Because when I got into office, I was planning drought response. Now I'm planning flood response at county level. But now that I know it, fortunately we had budgets in advance. I had mapped out, following the reports by the Weather Meteorological Department people. So we had in mind that we need a first team. I trained divers, and we have managed to save people who have caught themselves in otherwise flooding waters.
Right.